Okay, welcome to week 2 of English 12. This week we're going to continue reading A Merchant of Venice by William Shakespeare. We're going to just read Act 2. Make sure that you are reading it but also listening to it, and if you are wondering where you can listen to it, I will show you. It's at the very top of your course under Navigating the Course. The Listen and Read The Merchant of Venice audiobook. So if you read along while you're listening to it, you'll get a lot more out of it because plays are meant to be listened to, not just read. So let's go back to week 3. Okay, this week let's look at the weekly schedule. I have organized it so that you can be done in 4 days and then have the extra day on Friday to do your Twitter extra credit and catch up or work ahead. So if you follow the schedule, you'll be done by Thursday and have an extra day to work. Move this over a little bit. Okay. First thing this week, I'm going to introduce you to this extra credit Twitter assignment, and this is something that will go on the whole rest of the quarter. And that is you need to sign up for a Twitter account if you don't have one already, and you can tweet your favorite quotes from the book. You can tweet other insights you have onto the material that we've learned this week and tweet it out to the school using the hashtag English12 and also MHACAD, Mount Heights Academy, and that will go into our class Twitter feed and also in the school Twitter feed, because you guys need to be the leaders in our school, and so by tweeting out you can show the rest of the school what you're learning and that you're willing to share that knowledge with the rest of the school. Moving on, there's a video to watch called English Writing Help. This just covers some things that you've probably already know, or at least you've been introduced to in past English classes. It's just a good review. It's kind of a long video, but watch it, take notes, and just know that you can refer back to this throughout the course because it has some helpful information about writing about literature. Then you're going to study this document called Writing About Literature, and there's a quiz on writing about literature here. And I believe you can take it 3 times, and your highest score is the one that counts. So review Writing About Literature, take the quiz. Then we're going to have fun with the Shakespearean language. There's a Twitter assignment. This is not the extra credit. This is actually required for a grade. There's a vocabulary word game where you're going to be exposed to some vocabulary words that have come to us from Shakespeare, specifically from The Merchant of Venice. And I just want you to play with that for a while and then tweet out at least one vocabulary word and what the origin was, and tweet that into the school and our course Twitter feed. The next thing is a journal that you will do called Images and Assumptions, and this one is worth 20 points instead of 10 points. Most journal assignments are worth 20 points, but this one's worth 10. So let's go over that a little bit. You will compose this journal in a new Google document. I want you to search for a photo. You can use flickr.com and do an advanced search so that you are looking for photos with a Creative Commons license, so that you're okay to share it. Find a picture of somebody that you don't know, and then you'll paste that into your Google document, and then you'll write about them. First, judge them based on their appearance, and then write another paragraph in which you imagine who they are that's different than what their appearance might show. So show the contrast between what we might assume about people based just on looks and outward appearance, and what could be a correct story about that person if we got to know them better, and show how those often are different. That will get you introduced to some of the overall themes of The Merchant of Venice, which are racism and also sexism. And we have the characters of Shylock, who's a Jew, and Portia, who is a woman, and they're both dealing with prejudice and assumptions that come with just their outward appearance. So that's what we're going to be applying that to. So that was the journal assignment. Then you will take this Check Your Understanding quiz after you have read Merchant of Venice Act 2. Again, these are not graded, but this is just to make sure that you're understanding the play. You'll be taking a quiz on Act 2 next week. You're going to explore some of the themes in The Merchant of Venice by reading this resource and then taking this practice quiz, and then watch this instruction on grammar and usage, and take this Check Your Understanding practice quiz on grammar and usage. That's not graded either. But looking ahead, I have this here. Later on in the course, in week 6, you will be asked to perform The Merchant of Venice by recording yourself reading lines. So you need to look for 20 lines of The Merchant of Venice as you're reading that you would be willing to perform. And when I say perform, just read it, do your best. Some of you are skilled actors, some of you aren't, and that's not the point. But start looking for, it can be a monologue, it can be just 20 lines from one character, or it can be 20 lines with 2 or 3 characters all saying different things, but a total of 20 consecutive lines that you'll need to be able to speak to me and record yourself. And that will be later on in the course, but make sure now that you have a webcam and a microphone on your computer, or access to one, because you'll need that later. All right, that's kind of a long introduction, but I hope it was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions.